Week number 3 is here in the Canadian Football League, and things are starting to heat up in the wild, wild west. Hello, everybody. Christopher Mabry here, and welcome to the podcast for diehard football fans. And yes, in the West Division of the 2023 CFL season, it is a wild, wild west, as two teams look to be battling for first place in the division. Those two teams are the BC Lions and the Winnipeg Blue Bombers. Both teams are at 2-0, looking to be atop the first place position poll after week number 3. The sad thing is, one of these two teams will have to lose. We'll cover it all and the other games as the week progresses. But first, let's look at the West standings. And folks, things are heating up. We know BC and Winnipeg are virtually tied with first place. You got Saskatchewan at 1-1. You have Calgary St. Peter's at 1-1. And in last place, you got the Edmonton Elks at 0-2. A dismal 0-2. And even though it's a young season, they are in last place and doesn't look like they will make the playoffs. As for Thursday's kickoff to week number 3, you got the BC Lions taking on the Winnipeg Blue Bombers. Winnipeg is at home looking to win their third game and show the CFL why they are dominant in their division and why they should go back to the Grey Cup this year. It is a rematch of the 2022 Western Conference Finals between these two teams. The winner of this game will go to 3-0 record this season and be atop on the CFL West Division. The BC Lions lead the league in points allowed with an average of 7.5 points per game. Winnipeg has scored 40 or more points in 2 games for the first time ever. The top 2 passing leaders, BC's Vernon Adams and Winnipeg's Zach Collaros, are averaging 300 or more passing yards this season. As for the top 2 rushers, you have Bezel Sr. and for BC and Winnipeg's Brady Oliveira. Those are your 2 rushing leaders, and they are the top 2 net offenses. As for regular season kick return touchdowns, in 2022, you had a 97-yard kick return and a 94 kick return, and in 2021, BC had a 63-yard punt return. So 2 punt returns and a kickoff return for BC. Let's see here. Edmonton Elks and BC Lions game was the fastest game last week of the regular season that lasted 2 hours and 31 minutes. Before last week, the BC Lions had not shut out any opponent since August of 1977 against the Toronto Argonauts. And one more nugget on the BC Lions and Winnipeg Blue Bombers. Matthew Betts of the BC Lions and Celestin Haba of the Winnipeg Blue Bombers are looking for their 3rd straight game with a sack. They are sitting one back of Douglas Coleman of the Ottawa Redblacks, who sits at 3 sacks. Very interesting game. Top 2 teams in the West Division, probably the top 2 teams in all of CFL. I like both teams. Both teams are talented. I'm going BC. Let's see if BC can continue their winning streak. Winnipeg's a tough team. Let's see what happens. Alright, join me next time as we preview the next game for Saturday. Or I should say Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So with that, I am Christopher Mabry. Thank you for watching the Die Hard Football Podcast, and see you guys in the next video.